As you can see, I've created a contact with OpenClaw inside of GoHighLevel. So I integrated OpenClaw along with GoHighLevel, and now I can pretty much manage my entire GoHighLevel through OpenClaw, and I can also do that through Telegram or WhatsApp or whatever, whatever communication channel I have connected to OpenClaw. Now, as you can see here, I've created a API key in GoHighLevel, which I'm about to show you how to do. And I connected that skill, or I created a custom skill in OpenClaw that basically connects to GoHighLevel from OpenClaw. And as you can see, I've added John Smith contact from OpenClaw to my Fuel Your Digital, which is my sub account in GoHighLevel. And as you can see right here, we have name, we have email, we have phone, contact ID, lead, and when it was created ad. And as you can see, we also have other like options. We can add multiple different things, not just contacts. So how does this work? So first of all, I'm using OpenClaw on MyClaw.ai. You can check out down below. It's basically a way to deploy OpenClaw with one click, okay? You simply have an entire dashboard right here. As you can see, and OpenClaw is hosted right here. You can also top up the credits to be able to use OpenClaw. And I like this because it's much easier to use. You don't have to be tech savvy or techie. So you can do pretty much everything inside of this particular platform. Now, obviously, one thing that I have to note here is that this does cost some money, so you will need to obviously top it up, but it's constantly online. So even if you're on Telegram, like in the middle of the night, and even if your computer is shut down, it will work, okay? So that's the first thing that I have. So obviously secure your OpenClaw access. After that, I go into my sub account on GoHighLevel. And by the way, if you wanna test GoHighLevel, if this is something you don't actually have yet, you can click our link below and you will get also some bonuses for free and 30 days free trial. Okay, so from here we go to sub account where we want to automate that particular sub account with OpenClaw. And we go to the sub account, we go to settings, and then we want to go here into private integrations, as you can see. Now I have a couple of private integrations. I was testing quite a lot of things. Here I've added the integration called OpenClaw 1. So I just click edit, and when you're creating a private integration, this is how it's going to look like. So just put the name to be any name you want. Obviously I added OpenClaw just so I can understand that this is actually going to be a connection with OpenClaw. I add the description right here, which you can provide a description or you don't have to. You hit next. And these are now the scopes that OpenClaw will have access to, okay? So here I've added all the scopes. So for example, as you can see, view objects record, edit objects record, view links, view LC email, edit links. So these are all the skills or like scopes that OpenClaw will be able to do inside GoHighLevel, which is really cool. So as you can see, we have that a bunch of scopes, and we can also edit users. We can delete certain like contacts and stuff like that. So as you can see from there, we can simply go and hit update, and we confirm. And you will get a key. This is my API key. Make sure you're not sharing this key publicly with anyone. And once you copy this key, you would be able to go to your OpenClaw, wherever you hosted your OpenClaw. And now the thing that you will have to do is you will just simply have to say, hey, I want to integrate GoHighLevel inside here or inside OpenClaw. Here is my API key. And you want to paste that API key, okay? Now, the integration from GoHighLevel to OpenClaw, when you hit enter and when you send that message, will take some time, okay? 10 to 15 minutes approximately. And then once you have that in, you will have these like tools right here. I cannot scroll here because otherwise I would reveal my API key, which I don't want. And essentially, as you can see, you will be able to add, for example, a contact or whatever you want to add, you can add it right here. Now, also, let's say we, now we have the scopes, but we don't know exactly what each scope is doing. You can ask OpenClaw, can you tell me based on the scopes, what I can do inside here to control GoHighLevel? Okay, and then OpenClaw will actually give you the answer to that right here. But one important thing is that you want to make sure that this is in private integrations, and it is in your main sub account or in your client sub account or whatever you want to do. You can kind of go and set that up. And yeah, again, even if you have any clients in that sub account, you would be able to do that. Now, as you can see, it will say, let me probe the API endpoint categories to see exactly which scopes active on this new PIT. PIT is essentially an API key. It comes from this particular, this particular start of the API key. But yeah, let's see what OpenClaw will actually give us right here. And based on that, you will be able to understand what kind of scopes you have based on the sub account. And also, if you want to check the scopes yourself, you can simply go to your private integration, and then here you can see the scopes. So for example, view business, business read only. So you can view the business information, you can edit the business information, you can view the calendars, edit the calendars, view calendar events, edit calendar events. So essentially, you pretty much have the admin access of that sub account. Only a handful of features won't be available, but that's pretty much what you can do with OpenClaw and with obviously GoHighLevel and the sub account inside GoHighLevel. Now, if you want to check out OpenClaw with MyClaw, the link is below. Also check out 30-day free trial on GoHighLevel, and we'll see you in the next video.